Explosion at Russian nuclear plant. Putin is scared. Hello to all of you viewers of The Pioneer. We continue to bring you the latest news from around the world. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine is almost 3 years old, and we are witnessing a new phase of the war. The effects of the war are not only on the front lines, but also in the economic and social spheres. The war is having a serious impact not only on Russia and Ukraine, but also globally. As both countries struggle to recover from the devastation, there are growing concerns about the long-term effects of this conflict. Today, we will focus on one of the most critical points in the war, the Kursk nuclear power plant. Located in western Russia and vital for the country's energy security, this plant has been at the center of the world agenda with the recent explosions. These explosions, heard one after the other in the city of Kurchatov, have caused great concern both locally and internationally. While there are various speculations about the reasons behind these explosions, there are more and more allegations that Russian partisans may be behind the incident. As is well known, following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, various resistance movements began to emerge on Russian soil. These groups aim to change the course of the war with sabotage against Russia's strategic points. A possible sabotage of the Kursk nuclear power plant could not only jeopardize Russia's energy security, but also create a serious crisis on a regional and global scale. International security circles are closely following the facts behind the explosions at this plant, which is critical for Russia's internal security and strategic infrastructure. The most important question at this point is whether these explosions were indeed carried out by Russian partisans. If these allegations are true, it shows once again how strong and organized the resistance inside Russia is. It is crucial to learn more about the motivation, goals, and potential consequences of such an attack. This is an issue that needs to be analyzed in depth in the context of Russia's internal dynamics and the impact it could have on the course of the war with Ukraine. We will now take a closer look behind the scenes at the possible perpetrators and the implications for the future of the Russia-Ukraine war. Before moving on to our report, here's a small reminder. As the Pioneer team, we strive to bring you the latest developments in the Russia-Ukraine war. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our daily reports and explanations. We also read all the comments you leave on our videos. Please continue to share your ideas about our content in the comment section. Tell us in the comments what content you would like to see on the Pioneer channel. And now, let's begin if you are ready. The Pioneer reports. In recent days, violent explosions in the Kursk region of western Russia have caused a stir both locally and internationally. The center of the explosions was identified as the city of Kurchatov, home to the strategically important Kursk nuclear power plant. Considering the impact of such events on the overall course of the war, there is growing speculation that the developments in Kursk could mark a new turning point in the course of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The Kursk region has become a critical front line in Russia's war against Ukraine. Especially in recent months, there has been a marked increase in operations carried out by Ukrainian special forces and Ukrainian partisans. These operations pose serious threats to Russia's strategic points and military infrastructure. The explosions near the Kursk nuclear power plant are also considered in this context. Immediately after the explosions, there was a significant increase in military activity and security pressures in the region. Although the cause of the explosions has not yet been fully elucidated, it is believed that Russian partisans or Ukrainian special forces may be behind the incident. These groups, organized against Russia's invasion attempt, have recently started to play a more active role in Russia's internal regions. These recent incidents in the Kursk region once again reveal how organized and dangerous these groups can be. Such acts of sabotage may be carried out with the aim of weakening Russia's war capacity and supporting Ukraine's resistance. The explosions near the Kursk nuclear power plant are critical in this regard. The Kursk nuclear power plant is strategically located in terms of Russia's energy security and nuclear infrastructure. Therefore, any vulnerability or sabotage attempt at the plant could seriously threaten not only Russia's energy supplies but also regional security. The consequences of a major incident at a nuclear plant could go beyond regional borders and potentially escalate into an international crisis. In this context, the possible causes and consequences of the explosions heard in Kurchatov are being scrutinized by the international community. These latest developments in Kursk raise a number of questions about Russia's internal security and the robustness of its military response to the war. The measures and steps Russia takes in response to such incidents could play an important role in determining the course of the war. The number and impact of such acts of sabotage may increase, especially if the campaign against Ukraine fails to achieve the desired success. The explosions in the Kursk region once again highlight the need for fundamental changes in Russia's internal security strategies and war tactics. Following the events in Kursk, military presence in the region has reportedly been increased and security measures have been maximized. Russian authorities launched wide-scale investigations after the explosion and put the region under strict control. However, fears that such incidents could happen again and cause deep concern among both the local population and the international community. The security of the Kursk nuclear power plant and the measures to be taken against possible sabotage attempts are critical to the challenges Russia faces in this war and how they will affect the course of the war. As Russian nuclear threats become more and more topical, the world is sliding towards the brink of a major nuclear war. Russian President Vladimir Putin's recent hardline actions have seriously unsettled the international community. Putin's threat to use strategic nuclear weapons has the potential to escalate beyond a purely regional conflict to a global catastrophe. This has led to intensified diplomatic initiatives around the world and has triggered deep debates on the consequences of possible nuclear war. Putin's dangerous move could be a harbinger of a major crisis threatening world peace. As a result, Russia's nuclear threats and the explosions in Kursk are causing great concern around the world. Putin's move jeopardizes international security and the risk of nuclear war is becoming ever more real. At this critical time, increased diplomatic efforts and global cooperation are essential for a potential catastrophe. What do you think? What does the explosion of the nuclear facility portend? Could Russian saboteurs be behind these explosions? Will Putin be able to build Kursk defenses? Can the Russian army regain control of the region? How effective will this move by the Ukrainian army be? Let us know in the comments. We read and care about your opinions.